Hi everybody, it's me, Ghost Critic, and I'm back again for another week. So yesterday was Wednesday, which means it's New Comics Day. Today's Thursday, which means I must be doing some reviews. Let's kick it off. X-Men Schism 3 of 5, and I have to say thank you so much to Waste Potential 616 for, recommending this one so highly, because I would have been gutted if I hadn't read this. It is absolutely a fantastic story. Jason Aaron just writes such a solid story here. We're seeing more like fractures between Wolverine and Cyclops, heading towards obviously the schism and the splitting of the teams that's coming up. We get a nice little bit more info on the backstories of the little four Hellfire kids, and it's just a really good read. And the ending, the little kind of cliffhanger there, very, very intriguing. Just solid story reading material. It's brilliant. One thing that kind of stops it from being like a pick of the week is the artwork. Now, I'm not saying it's bad, but having a different artist for each issue, I'm just not sold on it. Agent 42Q kind of gives a good explanation to me why, it's kind of like they want this book to come out on time, so they specifically picked up, 5 separate artists, so 1, it comes out on time, 2, they give the best artwork that they possibly can for each issue. But for me, although it's great artwork in each issue, it kind of detracts from the story somewhat, in that obviously all the artists have got kind of different interpretations of how the X-Men and the characters within that universe all look. And at times it's like, well, he draws him better than him. I like his version of X-Mutant #1 better than his version of X-Mutant #1. And I just think give an artist a job, get him to do the whole series, and have some fluidity about it. Not by any means bad, but I just think a little bit of artistic continuity here would have been more appreciated. Still, recommended read. If you've not started reading Schism yet, go and hunt out those back 2 issues and then hop on with number 3 and finish off with 4 and 5. I really don't think you're going to regret it. Oh, Zatanna, issue 16, and it's the last issue. Why? Why end it like this? I thought about this quite a bit, really, and all these last issues, and how much of a disappointment they've all been. And, given the epicness and the bravery that DC have at the moment of rebooting their whole universe, wouldn't it have been just as epic, just as brave to have all the last issues coming out pretty much at the same time and have them linked into, the whole Flashpoint series, and how this current DC universe is going to get rebooted? Because it is a reboot. But instead, we get this. By no means a bad story, but this could have come in any part of this run. It could have been stuck in between any of the story arcs, and it would have been fitted nicely. It's kind of a cute little story, but to finish Zatanna off, her run off, no. Disappointed. Yes, hang your head in shame. Another one bites the dust. Ooh, where have I heard that before? Superboy, number 11. And they wrap up the Hollow Man experience extravaganza. And pretty well, in my opinion. It's been a great, interesting story arc. Again, is it fitting as a last issue? No. The last 2 pages, a nice little nod to what's happened. But this is the thing, and I do like this. Let's go right back to the start. Issue 1. Now, there is something very striking about these 2 issues, and I'm not just talking about the posing. As this series has progressed, we've seen Superboy on his own, basically. He didn't want any help from anyone, for the right reasons, yes. He didn't want them harmed, he didn't want them always in fear of danger. But look what's happened by the end of the season here. You've got all his friends around him. He created himself a family throughout these 11 issues. And it's such a shame that, you know, well, it's over, isn't it? We're not going to see any more development. But that whole, from a single Superboy to a kind of Superboy family team up, it was nice. Hey, bye-bye, Connor. Penultimately, and almost pick of the week, Fables 108, Bill Willingham. You are the magic man. You really are. Love Fables. This is exceeding my expectations now. We're into the Inherit the Wind story arc, and this is the successor for Northwind. We're assuming he's dead after vanquishing the Dark Man and being trapped in a box. So we need a successor to take over the role of Northwind, and this has to come from a bloodline. So where are we going to go to? We're going to go to the kids. Big B and Snow White's kids. And there is a nice little twist. There's a little hint to what has gone before, a nod to what has been said to one of the children. Also, we've got Bumpkin in the land of Oz, wherever, trying to get across a huge desert. It's all very funny. It's a bit dark. Bumpkin, he doesn't care about, you know, bumping people off, does he? Anyway, great story from Willingham. Always luscious art by Buckingham. The colour, I think the colourist, yes, it's Leah Loa. We'll go with that. It is just very bright, it's fresh, and you know, it just has that magical, kind of fantastical element about it that just draws me in. I love it. And you should too. Finally, and pick of the week. And it's Daredevil, it's issue 2, it's Mark Waid, and it is the Rivera. Are they brothers? Cousins? Brother and sisters? They must be related in some way. But what a team. This is just a beautiful book, and Waid and these Rivera guys, they have injected some much needed lightness, a kind of whimsical nature now to Daredevil and Matt Murdock's character. Yes, he's still being serious, which we don't want that to, you know, go away. But no, it's light, it's fresh. This is, you can see this is a new era for Matt Murdock. This is Daredevil. We're no longer really dark and throwing shit after shit on top of Matt Murdock, you know. Oh, he's been at the bottom now, guys. You can't get him any lower than he's been. So, you know, let's just have some exciting, fun, adventurous storylines for Daredevil and Matt Murdock. And, you know, this issue and this arc, it's just got it in spades. I love this issue. The artwork is clean and crisp and exciting to look at. I know it's you Americans with your $3.99. It's not a $2.99 issue, but it's worth it. I know this is an awful thing to say, and I'm by no means rich in any way. it's rare that I look at the price of a comic. If I like it, if it reads well, if it looks well, and you know, I've got money in my wallet, I will buy it, whatever the price. If it's worth it, it's worth it. And this is worth that $3.99 mark on it. So, that's it for me. Pick of the week. Go pick it up. And that's it. All the comics. I've got tomorrow off. Yippee! Which means I'm going down to the sorting office because I've had 5 packages have been attempted to be delivered, but I'm always at work, so I'm taking a trip down to the other end of town to pick those up. I think they're going to be all my recent eBay bid auctions, so I'll definitely be making a video for that because the last one seemed to be pretty popular. And that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'm sure I'll speak and see you over the weekend, and look forward to seeing all you guys' videos uploaded over the next few days. Take care.